A while back, Uber launched Uber Crew, and I immediately made a video and called it Uber Screw, right? Nobody, I read hundreds of messages. Nobody trusted what they try to convey through this Uber Crew message. Now, a whistleblower was kind enough, bold enough to post in a Facebook page, and after signing an NDA, right? And I have that conversation which we're going to go through. And basically, he or she said it was a bunch of BS, right? What they did there, gathering feedback from drivers, passing it on to this Uber department, it was absolute trash, an absolute bait and switch hoax. Pretend story like, hey, we're involved, we're listening to you. It was not the case, right? So before I play the Uber Crew video, and I don't know if those were paid drivers or paid actors, basically threw your name away in that video. But let's get to this conversation first. And any whistleblower out there, you saw what happened with Facebook. This lady come forward, right? She had balls bigger than steel, this woman, to take on Mark Zuckerberg and be the whistleblower. That's the caliber person we need within the Uber organization. But most of the people are too afraid, right? You've been muzzled, you've signed your NDAs, you're chipping away 9 to 5 every day, you're unhappy, you're creating programs and algorithms that are screwing over millions of drivers. You know that, but you chip away. And you're not bold enough to be a whistleblower like that woman at Facebook, right? So if you have a good story, for example, in her case, she took thousands and thousands of pages as evidence and then broke the story, which was in the news the entire week. Mark Zuckerberg was defending, right? So I know that there are people in Uber in San Francisco that would like to step forward. My message to you, don't think about it. Be a hero overnight, right? You might be sitting on a ton of information that you can share with the media. There are so many shenanigans within that company, right? Many of them have been exposed on this channel. Be bold. Make a statement. Be a hero. Whoever you are, he or she out there, step forward and do all drivers worldwide a huge, huge favor. Speak the truth. Let us know what Dara Khosrowshahi and that executive trash team are up to, because they're up to no good. Now, in this conversation, names retracted, my take on the whole thing is similar to Jay's, but with additional observations of my own that may or may not be valid. I think the project managers at Uber were also led to believe that crew members were there only to provide feedback on what they presented. I don't really want to guess at motives, even though we all do that. I won't go as far as to say I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but I also can't pretend to know what the internal motives are for the program. I just know that I decided that I would not be used to be Uber's face and voice as tacit approval of what they want to introduce to drivers at the upcoming town hall they have planned. Same as Jay's, though, you can use the comments, but please do not attribute. Now, next part of the conversation. Would you mind if I send screenshots of your comments pertaining to Uber Crew to the Rideshare Professor Torsten Kunert? That would be myself. I'd cover up your names for privacy, but I'd imagine he'd love to make a video on YouTube that exposes an inside look at Uber Crew. So this individual asks the Uber Crew member if that's okay. And I want to send a message to any driver out there. If you have dash cam footage, if you have a story that needs to be broken, email it to me, text it to me, right? I look at it, and if it's newsworthy, we will put it out there. Because the more truth we put out there, the more light we shine on these cockroaches, the better we will be off. So their response is, as long as my face and my name are blocked out. Well, they are blocked out. And I don't care. These private groups, I'm able to express myself and not worry about any backlash from signing the NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Not that I really think they would bother to enforce, because I said the program was trash. Let me repeat that, because I said the program was trash. When I made the video, I called it Uber screw. Right? They're screwing you over. They're conning you. This individual working on the inside calls it trash. I call them a heroic whistleblower for just speaking the truth, right? For coming forward, even though they've signed this NDA, which truly means nothing with Uber, they come out and tell us the truth. Because I said the program was trash, but I just do not want the hassle more than anything else. I really think the crew program was meant to distract from the pay cut, much like job board. So I really think the crew program was meant to distract from the pay cut. Remember, it was brought out at the same time. Much like job board, that is literally me in most of that video. They gave me 4 bullet points to give them positive feedback on. So this must be that individual in the video there. So, Lisa, that's literally me in most of that video. They gave me 4 bullet points to give them positive feedback on, which I did, and then told me it was going to be a promo video. I had already signed the use permit and the NDA. Nothing I could do at that point. This individual says, wow. Lisa, yeah, it was and is just a big scam. I want to repeat this. Uber crew, it was and is just a big scam. We're back to their menu of what they wanted to talk about. We spent a very low amount of time expressing true concerns, right? We spent a very low amount of time expressing true concerns. Those concerns that you, the driver, brought forward. Uber did not want to hear that from this Uber crew team. We spent a very low amount of time expressing true concerns that every minute of every meeting scheduled and made us adhere to it, or they just turned your mic off. You turning your mic off? No, we don't want to hear that story from that driver. I watched M literally get hushed like a kindergartner several times when expressing real concerns we deal with out here. Absolutely embarrassing program. Just terrible. Then in true Uber fashion, they cut our small stipend we got for our time by 80% over the next 9 months. I bailed within minutes of hearing that. Not worth the BS. M said it best. We are led to believe we would be able to work on real issues, to be able to relay information straight from the drivers to real-world problem solvers inside Uber's regime. Do you seriously believe that? When I saw that promo video, when I saw Uber crew, go back to my video months ago, I said, this is the biggest BS scam. And I was right. To be able to relay information straight from the drivers to real-world problem solvers inside Uber's regime. Instead, they had 2 or 3 developments coming forth, like the job board, the new pay cut, you select your job yourself system. That they basically were like, hey, what do you guys think? We told them the truth, that it sucks. Somebody's going to die from it, and they are going to lose drivers because of it. They would listen for about 30 seconds. Then you would get a in respect for your time, we must move forward. And that was the end of it. And you were back to their menu. We can't discuss what the marketing firm or Uber shared with us in confidence, but I can say that it wasn't so much that they didn't want to hear drivers' real concerns, as it was that we were led to believe that we would be able to express drivers' concerns to people within Uber responsible for those areas of operations, and that just didn't happen. We did get to meet with operations and product managers working on very specific app and operations issues and work with them by providing feedback on their specific project. So the bottom line is here, folks, the way I read it, they did not want to, they were not interested, and they did not want to hear the driver's feedback. Sorry, thank you for your consideration of time. We've got to move on to the next thing. Some of us saw it as an opportunity to get to talk to actual living humans working in the corporate Uber environment, and we did, and that was great. Unfortunately, we just didn't get to speak with any of the people responsible for those things that are the driver's top priorities. Still, some of us made those concerns heard loud and clear and are now no longer part of the program. Isn't that interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? You are still listed as an Ohio rep. I know. I resigned last Friday the minute I found out the very meager stipend they were giving us by 80% wasn't worth the time and effort just to be their puppet, right? Have others now left the program? Over half have quit as of the original 10:01 end date. Damn, nice to know we were the first. Asthma was first, then us, and then the lady from Kentucky that did Just Eats, then 4 more. Not sure who. Considering, it's a bit BS, considering that approaching half of the original crew members resigned already, including both Ohio reps, myself included, this should tell you everything you want to know about this program. You just gave us 30-second teaser, and now we want to see the whole film. So this was their BS introduction. Uber Crew is continuing over the last 3 months. We've been piloting Uber Crew and are excited to announce that it's been a success. Really? Not according to the people that conducted it, half left. So they are talking so much crap, Daryl Khosrowshahi. You know, you lie with a straight face. Both Uber and crew members have found the program to be incredibly rewarding and productive. Really? Half of them left. Really? We're excited that this program will be continuing in the Midwest. Hear what crew members and Uber have to say about the pilot. So they sign a non-compete, right? An NDA. They can't disclose. But this was the original video.
Uber Crew is a program that is going national, and it began as a pilot in the Midwest.
We are the funnel and the filter bringing the information to Uber.
Really?
And that's what I absolutely love about being on Uber Crew. I am with other people that are just like me.
Have a voice, have a face, have a window, have somebody to bounce an idea off of.
Just having a human interaction made it more easier for us.
Uber listens. This is what I appreciate about Uber the most. They care.
No.
Okay. So this is their promo video, right? They said, well, it's a promo video, and they actually made it a marketing video. So this is what they were paid to put out. And then it turns out that those people that conducted that very job, the Uber Crew, half of them were gone and said it's a complete scam. So you put out this BS, you pay them to be actors, to speak on your behalf, to speak in this glorious way about you. And then as we find out, it's just a bunch of trash.
Not only are our concerns being heard,
really,
but also feels like you're talking to the person who is going to be able to do something.
The team immediately bonded. The team immediately got to work. Every single question got answered. It didn't matter the time frame involved. If that one question took 2 hours, we spent 2 hours on it. The collective of everybody's input being considered, absolutely amazing. I look forward to the program, and I look forward to seeing what else can be accomplished together.
It's been a very smooth process talking to Uber, making our voices heard, putting it into action. Like it felt really good actually seeing something that was recommended. You could see it in the app, especially the new feature that they just added.
Collaborating with them is so easy and it's positive. We're working together to bring our Uber
Sweetheart, how much did they pay you?
To a place where everyone feels proud.
Office hours was a very smooth process.
We used all platforms, emails, texts, phone calls, face-to-face meetings.
We want to see the cares and the concerns of our community. We want to see those addressed. We want to take those to Uber. We are dedicated to doing exactly that.
With the Uber Crew program going national, I'm very excited to see the growth. Need to be a part of it. I look forward to it.
I look forward to it. So all of these people are speaking prior to the Uber Crew kicking off, right? All paid actors sign NDAs and completely scripted, right? So you heard the messages that I read out loud after they had completed. Now you compare this original promo, a paid BS video, which is a complete hoax, a complete con. I call it a pre-con, right? A bait and switch con paid for. And then you find out the truth afterwards, which a whistleblower, like I said, had the balls to talk about.
I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Rolling this out nationally is definitely going to make a lot of customers happy.
My name is Sachin. I'm Vice President of Product at Uber, responsible for our driver app and experiences.
My message to you, Sachin, you're part of that executive trash team, right? And you have just bullshitted millions of drivers around the world with your completely con promo video. And you should listen to how your crew members responded, because I read their messages out. So in my eyes, you are trash. You are part of the executive trash team.
Uber Crew represents the people who power our products.
No, you
don't. People who are behind the wheel and also on their bikes.
No, you don't.
The feedback and the ideas that we received from the first set of Uber Crew members, just from one region in the US, has already helped us improve our products. We have improved the offer request screen, and many more products will be launching soon. With the expansion of Uber Crew to be nationwide, I'm very excited that we're going to receive even more engagement and feedback. And these ideas from drivers and delivery people are going to help us shape our products and drivers' experiences. Our products are used in the real world. And with Crew, they are being shaped by real people.
And with Crew, you will be screwed, right? So, unbelievable how these guys can put out this video prior to all of these interviews being conducted, where what drivers had to say had no relevance, right? Had absolutely no relevance. The main concerns, I believe, safety. You know, we need to move on to the next thing. They didn't want to hear that, right? So you're trash, my friend. You're nothing but trash. You have lied once again. You have lied to the drivers, right? We don't forget. So if you guys think participating in Uber Crew in the future or giving your input will materialize, will turn into something, think again.